Hey Aperture, how are you, man? I actually remember your picture. You're Shardire, aren't you? Shardire? Shardire. Why do you keep changing your name, dude? Is it just to confuse me? Fitzy as well. Hi, man. How are you? Remember you from yesterday? Yes. Oh, I knew it. It's all a huge conspiracy, isn't it? um, right. Just last second equipment check. Test for the sound, for the video, and for the stream quality. Everything seems green. Um, I guess we can just jump back to the game then. Basically, what I want to do today is, I know we sort of got distracted yesterday. Just kind of want to go back and finish modifying this, or should I say upgrading this DBX, because I have some very nice plans for it. Actually changed a bit how it looks. I kind of gave it a little bit of that military green. I think it kind of looks sexy in this coloration. I also gave the same color for the scarabs as well. This thing can actually now carry too, so it's quite a formidable planet lander, if you want to call it like that. Base raider as well. So my main plan for this ship in particular is to have a ship that's really good at basically planetary landings, right? So both surface mining and base raiding. And I do feel that the weapon positioning on this ship, and also the additional heavy slot gives it a bit of an edge over the Asp Explorer. I think I'm gonna retire my Asp Explorer just to be like dedicated explorer slash smuggler, but I think the DBX will take over for as basically the workhorse for my fleet in regards to like bubble activities. The floor is lava, everyone. Pompeii, 1790. you will fuck. I have to say I kind of missed those, so not too bad. So yesterday we upgraded the power plant. Today we are going to do, and I'm pretty sure we won't get distracted by anything today, right? Today we're going to do savage. Hold on a second, my... How does that even work? Oh, okay. Sorry, my audio was a little bit messed up. It was coming out of the telly and not headphones. Now it should be okay. So today I'm going to upgrade the thrusters. I really want to see what sort of top speeds this baby is able to reach. It does boost quite formidably, even with just normal afterburners, but I really want to see what sort of improvement it will have when dirty drives are applied. And so I kind of have the majority of the stuff that I need, although I do need to find some cadmium, and I do need to find some pharmaceutical isolators. I think I'm gonna do pharmaceutical isolators first. So we want to filter by state, and we want to go into an outbreak system. And just because I wouldn't mind having a few extra core dynamics composites, we're gonna look for a system that's an outbreak and also controlled by Federation, right? So Alliance, Federation, that should be perfect. 1.5 billion. Interesting. Okay, very good. So we're gonna use our amazing frameshift drive range to get there really quickly. Right, so man, I'm as always paranoid about my equipment here. Seems alright. Okay. Onwards then. I kind of did lose my voice a little bit from talking yesterday, and I actually was thinking that maybe I should sort of tone it down on my streams. Like yesterday was almost exactly 2 hours, kind of 2 hours and a few minutes. And I did notice that you guys actually, well, just based on statistic, it looks like it's more accessible for you to watch, obviously, than like 6-hour streams, right? So I did see like a nice influx of views and stuff and comments. I'm thinking that I may stream, I may do more frequent streaming, like maybe even every day or every second day, but instead of having those, huge, grandiose 6-hour streams, I will just do something like 2 hours. So even today, I think I'll just do 2 hours, maybe a little bit longer, but it does seem like it's a little bit more digestible. Is that a stock FSD? Actually, no, that's upgraded. That's fully upgraded FSD. Although with this current configuration, I get something like 45 light year jump range. We must not forget that this ship is absolutely loaded. It has full military loadout. It has all the best compartments. It has two landing bays for 2 SRVs, for 2 Scarabs, right? So this thing is heavy, right? See 2 of these. So it is heavy. It's supposed to be heavy. But even then, I get 40... That would be 48, I think, without Scarabs, right? And 46 with Scarabs. So that's pretty good. Marathon stream, 48 hours. Oh, man. What can I do? What can it do stripped down? I think it can do something like 55. I haven't checked, but if you guys want to see, I guess next time when I'm at a station, I could do it. Set filters, stars, okay, and set filters, points of interest. No, signal sources. So we're going to use our old trick, which is star and moving away from the star until we reach this quote-unquote sweet spot in deep space, which is about 1,500 light seconds away from the host star. And that is the best place to orbit to get a lot of unidentified signal sources. I think this thing is better than a jump condom. Like I just kind of slapped upgraded. I don't think it's even like I remember the roll on this thing. Where is it? Frameshift drive. It was decent. I don't think it was like the best, but it was like a couple of % off the best, right? It was pretty good as a roll, and I just kind of slapped it without doing much else, and it still gave me like something like 55, 56 I saw. So I'm thinking that if we really tried, we could probably reach 60, if not more. So that is really good. Although, as somebody pointed out yesterday, the maximum fuel cube size that you can fit is 4, so your refueling times will be slower. There's just no way to work around it. But pros and cons. I don't think I would. I'm not too sure if I would use it outside the bubble. But for getting to places within the bubble and like reaching, planets where you like to farm materials and reaching outposts, I think this is the best ship in the game at the moment for that particular purpose. And today we're looking only for high grade, keeping the star on our right hand side and slightly orbiting it, turning towards it, keeping the distance about the average 1,300 light seconds. And, holy shit, what? Why? Oh, it's because I'm hostile. Oh, I forgot, I actually... Hope I don't get shut down, actually. I do have a few boosters here, so it should be okay. I sided up with Yuri Grom today, just because I want those containment missiles at some point. So it looks like Federation may be onto my butthole here. Where are you? Society of LHS 2 for bloody chaos. Python. Ugh. I hope he's not gonna be a pain in the ass. Like, I mean, it's finding unidentified source signals kind of it's kind of hard on its own, but with some guy just like constantly interdicting us, it's gonna be even more worse. So I think if we get bothered by NPCs too much, I may go to another type of outbreak system, maybe Imperial, just get some shieldings or something. I mean, the main kind of quest in the outbreak systems for us now is just to find a few isolators. That's all we kind of need. And after that, I think I have all materials to upgrade my thrusters. I may get some additional cadmium, maybe a little bit of cadmium. But yeah, for the majority of it, we sort of have what we need. It doesn't look like the guy is following us, so that's great. Ooh, let's not miss these. Great, please. Oh. Boo game. Boo. This has to be one of the most inconsistent mechanics in the entire game, isn't it? I took break from Elite to watch Elite, lol. It's actually, I think it's healthy to take breaks from your favorite games. I do it all the time. I think I play currently like 3 games. I play Elite Dangerous, I play Hearthstone, and I play For Honor. And I kind of rotate them. Like, I'll play one. I think I play Hearthstone the least, is just because you can do it on the phone. So, like, maybe on the bus on the way to work or something, you could just play a few games. But Elite Dangerous, I kind of like to give breaks, maybe a few weeks, 2 weeks, 3 weeks from time to time, just to keep it fresh. Especially when you're playing a favorite game for like 3 or 4 years, it can get stale. You can get bored of it. But Elite is a special game for me. I don't ever imagine myself stopping to play it. Right? Maybe I will lay it down for a month or so, like I've done in the past, but I always come back to it. It's very special to me. Identified single source. Come on, high grade. Ugh, need a dick space. Man. I hope it's not gonna be like one of those 30-40 minute RNG loops to get your first high grade one. I mean, on the topic of when you stop playing a game and you still watch some things on YouTube, I think I still am subscribed to the Mighty Jingles, like because I used to play World of Tanks, World of Warships some years ago. But high grade, of course. I really used to like that game back in the day, before Elite Dangerous was even released. And I think when Elite Dangerous did came out, it sort of took over World of Tanks as my favorite game. And I still kind of kept watching, World of Tanks videos. I still do them today. It's kind of nice to see, what sort of tanks people are playing, how they're performing and stuff. And I guess it kind of helps that I like World War II history, like machinery, combat tactics. So I guess it's still interesting to me. It took me 2 hours once. For real, dude. Same here. I played often since beta. Just bought my first Python. Congratulations, man. I actually was flying Python yesterday. I'm actually coming back to flying my Python pretty much daily. I really, really like how the ship feels at the moment. Do you need to be in an outbreak system? I am in an outbreak system, and yes, you do. To get the high grade emissions that drop the correct material. What the fuck, game? No, I am in correct place. I am incorrect. Actually, that being said, there's one more trick you can do. You can actually... Sometimes Galaxy Map doesn't update quite as often, So if you go into system map and it says right there, state outbreak, right? And because I also want the chance to get some core dynamics composites, right? That's why I went to Federation system, which means that if I find a high grade signal, it's either going to be isolators or it's going to be core dynamics or one more, I think, material. Don't remember what it's called off the top of my head, but basically, yeah, we just need to find a high-grade signal and we should have what we need. Either way, we'll get what we need. Oh man, the hype is gameplay on YouTube. Where's that Netflix when you need it? I saw some guy, I don't remember what the YouTuber's name was, but he had like this huge rant of how Elite Dangerous is boring, and he's like binge watching Netflix all the time. Kinda. I mean, it's hard not to relate to that, but I think it's fine. I guess it really depends on your mindset, on your mood set. Like, for me, this is exciting. I kind of like it. It's like a big scavenging hunt, you know? High grade? I guess we can check out Encoded, because I actually like to check Encoded because it may have a signal, the beacons, right? And they give modified consumer firmware, which is also very valuable these days. So I may just check it out. How come you get a distress call? I was searching for one in Maya for the last 2 days and have had zero. Supposedly you can see a Thargoid ship leaving a combat zone. Wow. So should we be checking those out next time? I guess we may. Wow, you know all that from memory. I have to check the interrupts for all that info. Yes, I do. I do know it from memory. If you're talking about upgrades, but man, like if I would fire my statistics up and you would see how many upgrades I have done in this game, you would just call me a no-lifer. Oh, that's good. Let's see if we can get some consumer firmware. Coded emission data. Ugh. That's the worst, what the fuck? Waste of time, okay. You need a black box mission to get the Thargoid encounter like that. Oh, okay. So you can't just find them randomly, can you? I'm getting out of the zone. Let's say out of the sweet spot. So star on the right. Distance 1.1. That's okay. I actually love doing engineers. Getting materials is oddly satisfying. I always share that sentiment as well. I kind of find it relaxing. Deranged D says hi. Hi man, how are you? Thanks for joining the stream. Thanks for introducing yourself. I am Massive D, and today we're trying to find these elusive unidentified signals. I say elusive. It's just kind of. It really depends. Sometimes you will get like a chain of them in like 5 or 10 minutes, but sometimes you'll have to spend like 15 minutes to find one. Who knows what's the reasoning behind it? But whatever, we will find some. I'm confident in it. Although if I'm gonna sort of search for like 5 more minutes. If we don't get any to pop up, I'm going to do a relog. Oh, I see. I did find a black box in the USS, but no mission for it. I did have pirates pop in and try to gank my conda. I'm actually interested that... high grade? Come on! No! Unacceptable. Oh dear. I'm pretty sure the administrators are watching this like... Oh yeah, Massive D, we're about to fuck with you. No high grades for him, mates. I agree, Chris. Yeah, I share the same sentiment. I always... I mean... Let me see if I can show this to you guys. Statistics. I think it's here somewhere. Trading, mining, exploration, passenger, crafting. Number of upgrades generated, 4,263. Yeah, I mean, I've been in this engineering business for a while now. Now, where is that single source? Hey D, for someone relatively new to the game, by relative I mean I have a Cobra Mark III. What do you suggest to do to keep the fun going in terms of progression? By the way, I'm on Xbox One. Well, it really depends. Do you want to... I know there's two kinds of people who play Elite Dangerous. First, the first kind is who just kind of want to role play through the game, right? So basically, they want it to be like as realistic as possible. They don't really care, you know, how fast they progress or what they achieve, right? And the other people, the other kind of people, kind of like me, who just wants to spend their high grade finally, who just wants to spend their time in the most efficient way to get the most rewards for the as little time as they wish to put into the game, right? And if you're the latter, then I mean, if you're the first type, then I can't really suggest you anything because it's not my type of play. You know, you would probably find another channel on YouTube who can actually explain that to you better. But if you do want to do things efficiently, fast, and you know, get as much buck for your input as you possibly can, then I would suggest working towards getting an ASP Explorer and then going to SEOS and SOTIS to do some long-range smuggling. Not only does it give a nice boost of money, it's also really fun to do. I have to say that I really miss long-range smuggling. Pharmaceutical isolators, there we go, just what we needed. So let me just collect these, and yeah, smuggling is great, man. First of all, it's really fun. You know, it's some people say it's boring. I don't think it's boring. Like, you're always trying to dodge the police and bandits, and you can, you know, play some country music while doing it. I really think it's fun. It's one of the most fun times I had in the game, and that's how I made my first billion and actually became elite in trading by doing smuggling. And that will give you a nice boost of cash as well. So you can buy your anacondas, you can buy your pythons, you can buy your large ships and you know, outfit them well. And after that, you know, whatever floats your boat, really. If you want to get a Corvette, you have to side with Federation and do some Federation missions. If you want to have a cutter, you know, likewise, just with the Empire. After you have all the ships you need and all the money that you need, you may be wanting to look into stuff like engineering, because that will send you on scavenging guns on planets, and you'll get to see a lot of places, a lot of beautiful places, like looking for materials, looking for planets that give you materials. Like, for example, my journey across and I actually did this myself. I know a lot of people like to go on EDDB.io and sort of find where materials are. I actually searched myself and sort of made bookmarks of the planets where I found them. So all of these I found myself, and I can tell you there's a lot of beautiful places in this game. So it's, I don't know, all in all, it was really relaxing and really fun for me personally. Let me just pick these up so I don't spend like half a day here. How many hours have you played in total? Not that much, actually, believe it or not. I know there's people who played like two or three times more than I did and have less than me. But as I said, I think I spent, well, majority of my time in Elite Dangerous is kind of split into activities. First activity is getting as much shit done as possible in the lowest amount of time, and the second activity is just dicking around, like making crazy builds, having some fun, right? So in combination of those two, I actually haven't spent that much time online. Let me check if you guys want to see. Statistics has to be somewhere here, right? Total time in multi-crew, 2 hours. Total time, CQC, 0. I don't like CQC. Crew training, crafting. Has to be somewhere here, right? Where is it? Where is it? I don't remember where the thing is. Current assets, 9 billion. Thought I had more than 9 billion. Interesting. Wait, where is the thing? Where can I see it? I could have swore it's somewhere here. I do see they added some new stuff here, so kind of trying to skim through it. Unless I'm just not seeing it. Crew, multi-crew. Crew fired, crew lost. I can't seem to see it. Unless it's somewhere else? No. Fuck it. I'll check it later. I don't know where it is now. Sorry, guys. Don't want to derail the entire stream just for that. And related question, but any recommendation for PvE Anaconda loadouts? The question is, do you want to have it sort of done for PvE? Sorry, not PvE, for multi-crew or just being solo, right? If you want multi-crew, lasers, you know, laser turrets, fixed and not fixed, beam laser turrets, right? Because they do the most damage. I think that turrets in general are not very strong, right? But if you... I'm gonna drop by and get some cat. Whoa, that is far. How many gems is that? 10. Let's do it for fun. I think that, yeah, lasers is fine, but if you just want to have a solo ship that you want to kill stuff as fast as possible with, gimbal multi-cannons, overcharged incendiary rounds, and one with corrosive shell will give you the best DPS and will just destroy anything in seconds. I mean, that's going to be the most efficient way for you to get stuff. Is there a better place for federal rank than Sophis Ceos? There is. I just can't remember off the top of my head. It starts with the letter F, I think. It's where the lava world is. I can't remember it now. I have it written down actually somewhere on paper. But I think there is. Yeah, it's pretty good there. What is it called? Will always keep telling me about that, but sorry, dude, I can't remember it off the top of my head. I have it written down somewhere. I'll post it in this once this video gets uploaded. I'll post it as a comment. So come back like after half a day, and it will be there. Fehu, yeah, your guys are right. That's Fehu. Unless I'm being totally wrong, and that's for Empire, but I think that's for Federation, isn't it? And I heard, actually, Fehu at the moment is one of the best money-making places out there because you can actually sort of, you know, some people call it exploit, developers don't, but you can actually do like skimmer missions there, I think, or something surface, I don't remember. I haven't been there for a while. It's something related to the surface, but you can stack missions and you can get some mad bucks there in Fehu at the moment, and at the same time do the ranking. Fehu is Empire and not anymore since 2.3. Limited to 3 at a time. Damn it. Yeah, okay, so after 2.3 came out, I'm kind of I'm really invested into doing more and more engineering. So excuse me if some of my facts are a little bit outdated there. I should probably keep scanning, right? Since I have this thing. Might as well get some few. Oh, there we go, that's healthy. Elite Dangerous 2.3 on PS4. Cameron Boddart. The problem with that is heat generation. Well, heat generation is... It depends, right? First of all, like, I have the same problem on my Python, but I still carry five multi-cannons. What I do is I split them into 2 groups, and then I mess with my pips as well. Because if you have 4 pips to weapons, right, you can actually fire for longer without overheating. So sometimes it depends what sort of ship I'm fighting against and how much damage I want to do. against them, right? So if I'm just casually fighting a few ships, I want to keep my shields as high as possible. I will have 4 pips to systems, 2 pips to weapons, and fire half of my weapons, right? But if I'm fighting like one large ship and I want it dead as quickly as possible, right? I will fire both groups at the same time, and I will switch 4 pips to weapons and 2 to systems. So that will usually be enough not to overheat the machine. FD seems to just love the grind. Yeah, it's yeah. Is there a M4? Is there a? I guess that's the Cobra Mark III multi-crew loadout. I can do any suggestions? I don't think so. You sort of like in the Cobra, you want to focus more on damage, and multi-crew means that your damage is going to be limited because turrets. Face it, turrets are just not that good at the moment. Maybe in the future, if they add some like gunner skills that they can make you know, turrets more viable, then maybe. But for now, you know, there isn't really any particular multi-crew loadout for a small ship like Cobra Mark III. If that can even fit a secondary pilot, I don't even remember. Maybe. Okay, so this is a bit slower to fuel than the Asp Explorer, but I think that's manageable. Also, the ship doesn't seem to overheat at all when close to giant ass star. That's a plus. It's actually handy to know. Like a Federal assault ship would have been at 300 heat right now. It took me a year and a half to make my first billion. I think it took maybe like... Well, my first billion... Actually, I lied to you guys horribly. My first billion was not from smuggling, it was from combat. And I would just, you know, I really liked the game when it first came out. I have to say I was slightly unemployed the first year when it came out. So I kind of, you know, spent like half the day of just, you know, shooting at stuff and cashing in the bounties. So I made my first, you know, billion maybe 3 to 4 months or something. Don't remember now exactly. But my second billion was quick. It took me maybe a month or so while doing smuggling. I really enjoyed smuggling. I know actually a lot of people enjoyed smuggling. I know who's that guy's name? Cornelius, who had a YouTube channel. I think he's retired from Elite Dangerous now, playing Elder Scrolls Online or something, right? I think he made something like crazy, like 14 billion or 11 billion just from doing long-range smuggling because he liked it so much and wanted to have the cash. I wonder what would be more maneuverable, a modded Courier or Viper Mark III. What do you guys think? I think Courier. Courier is a really fast and maneuverable ship. Don't quote me on this, but I think that Courier is better than Mark III, pretty much in every single way. Courier is a great ship. Like if you can actually put prismatic shields on it, it becomes annoying. It becomes really hard to kill. And you can do silent running with it, you can do whole tanking with it, it's a crazy ship. Man, I missed the old fail on scan smuggling, can't figure out why they got rid of them. I actually miss it as well. I know a lot of people cried, oh, boohoo, too hard, whatever, right? But I really liked it. It kind of had your heart pumping throughout the entire smuggle run, and it did make it exciting. I mean, now it's no longer exciting. I guess that's the reason why I don't do it. I mean, I know that it still gives you a lot of money, but for me it's just boring. There's no point. There's no risk, you know? It's sort of like watching a superhero movie and you know that at the end of it they're gonna be fine. So it kind of, you know, loses the whole sense of urgency, right? And I don't know. For me, I like the challenge. I like the danger. I wish they would bring back, you know, lose everything on scan. And back in the day, I think actually before the engineers, right? The smuggling actually was the first sort of thing that really got me into thinking about builds and modifying and trying to, you know, min-max my ships, because I've actually smuggled in a Python. I know everybody was doing it in the Asp Explorer and getting some really good credits, but I've sort of realized that just because of how much a Python can carry, right? If you could make it really light and fill it, you know, with cargo slots only and some shields, obviously, and strip it down to make it really light, I think I managed to get mine to about 400 boost per second, right? So I was actually able to escape the police scanner all the time. And it was a big eye-opener for me, because when people were making like 300 or 500, sorry, 30, 50 million per hour, or in a few hours, I don't remember what their exact ratios were, I was making pretty much double that. The only downside was that the travel time took a little bit longer, but I worked it out on the math that travel time, you have to travel anyway. It doesn't really matter what ship you're in. It's just gonna delay you anyway, so it's actually more efficient to load out more and travel for less than load out less and do more travels, right? More trips. Just, it's better to do one long trip than a few smaller trips, and I kind of worked it out. And the biggest downside was that with the Asp Explorer, you could sort of complete the loop in about 2 hours, 2.5. And with the Python, you would kind of have to dedicate your, you know, half your afternoon, because it would take something like 5 hours. But after that 5 hours, it was like, here you go, 500 million, done. Some crazy amounts like that. It's maybe not 500 million, maybe like 300 million or something, right? But it was still absolutely crazy. Pulling out hard points to prevent scans, pure badassery. Yeah, stuff like that. Also, there was the times when a lot of gamblers' fallacies were kind of developed. Oh, you know, if you use silent running, they can't scan you, or if you use a heatsink, they can't scan you. Actually, I think it was sort of debunked at the end of the day, but I still think that I kept using heatsinks. I think after Engineer sort of came out, my Asp Explorer was still like equipped with, you know, like 4 heatsink launchers. People were asking like, what the fuck, why I have so many heat launchers? And it kind of was hard to explain back in the day. Man, do you remember those small installations that small settlements that had like these like kind of like hydro plants on top of them, like these battery thingies, right? And it was purely open, and they always had police near them. They were the absolute worst. Like, holy shit. Like sometimes, the only way to dock with them was either like cheat or just completely forget about them and drop them out of your thing. Unexplored. Why does it say? I remember I scanned this planet the last time. I'll do it now. I think I have the detailed planetary scanner. It's actually really weird, because I do remember scanning this planet before. Planets and moons. Yeah. It's very weird that it says unexplored. Also, this is one of my favorite planets in the game, and I'll show you guys why. Wait, is it this one, or is it? I know both of the systems have the identical type of star, and it makes the planetary landing really pretty. I'll try to even land in a way that the star, we can still see the star. Oh. There we go, we can at least scan it now. I thought I scanned it last time though, so crazy. Yo, what's up, D? Doing great, my friend. Doing great. How are you? Long time no see. Doing some mining. There we go. Doing some mining for engineering. Actually, I do have enough material for 4 tries, but just in case we fail, and I kind of want to get a good result on this DBX thrusters, right? So we're going to get maybe 1 or 2 drops of cadmium. It shouldn't take long. I'm estimating it maybe will take maybe 10-15 minutes, right? But we can sort of at the same time test, how long the travel takes, how you know how well the ship performs the theoretical tasks that I'm trying. I'm actually trying to replace my Asp Explorer with the DBX. Obviously, need to do. Be going silent. What do you mean? What? Oh, what are we doing with? Oh, no, man. I'm going to use it as a utility ship, as my main utility ship. For those who watch my videos, you guys know that I absolutely love my Asp Explorer. But for basically everything, like especially in bubble, within the bubble activities, right? But I'm actually planning to replace my Asp with this DBX because I do feel that it's better for the moving around the bubble quickly, and I do feel that it's better for the pattern looks kind of like a skull, like a little ghost. Weird. Spooky. I do feel that DBX is much better for outpost trading just because it has... wait, do I have enough power? I do. Just because it has a huge laser spot, and that really helps to... Let me see if I can pull it up so we can have fun with some weapons. Beam, missile, missile, missile. So the theory is that you can use this to snipe the... This has a nice range. I think I'm gonna modify the laser for long range, and you can use this to snipe the missile turrets, and then use the missiles to sort of shell the base and clear it before landing on it. What kind of ship do I need for long-range smuggling? You need an Asp Explorer, my friend. Or Python is also very good, but I'm pretty sure you won't be able to... Oh shit, impact. Right, let's not get crashed on the first attempt. So that's a little trick that I learned also by doing planetary landings. So whenever you get the impact logo, right, it means that your thrusters are not able to escape the gravity, especially on the high gravity worlds. So what you need to do is just boost horizontally, and your thrusters regain power. Well, in the form of velocity, but physics, right? So deploy. And I get a chance to look closely at this guy. I like its downwards facing thrusters. I think that DBX is a really beautiful ship. Very military looking ship. This is Firebolt. Man, I really like it. Let me see if I can... I used to love doing this with the Asp Explorer. Let me see if I can do this. Attracted. No lights. Let me see if I can jump on it. No. I think they kind of changed something lately because when I was doing that whole navigation video, when I tried to jump on that vulture, it kind of seemed like there is some like invisible force field that sort of pushes you off when trying to jump on another ship. I wonder if that's intentional or... Oh my god, first try! Fuck yeah! How do I do this now? There we go. Oh, mating completed. Man, I really like how the ship looks. It looks very military-like. Right, screenshots. There we go. Maybe another one. I don't remember how to remove the thing. First try, short memory. Well, okay, not first try. Second, but if you've seen my previous videos, I usually spend like half an hour doing this, so that was... Oh my gosh. That was reasonably successful. So let us see it taking off. Does it look as glorious as an Asp Explorer? Wow. It does seem like it has like a more primitive type of engine, like the Asp Explorer has those bluish looking thrusters. Okay, that was kind of pretty. So let us see if we can actually find some... Gotta heckle the talent. It's okay. I'm fine being heckled. Are scramble spectrum lasers any good? Scramble spectrum... kinda. I used to use one actually in PvP. I used to have one small turret with burst, and from what we did in testing, in about every 10 seconds it disables one module when you fire it at a naked hull, which means it doesn't work against shields, but it does work against hull, right? But the good part, or the interesting part, is that the modules get disabled randomly, right? But that means that sometimes you will disable thrusters or you will disable power plant, and if that happens, you pretty much just won. I mean, the guy loses all the power, they need to, you know, reboot their stuff, and it's crazy. They're pretty much sitting there idly for like 10 seconds until the thing reboots. So it's a huge gain if it actually works. But if you can sacrifice one, I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't probably use it if a ship doesn't have a small slot. So it's really good on a Corvette, because you do have those two small slots that you know always struggle to fit something in. Like, what do you fit it there? You know, maybe one corrosive multi-cannon, maybe one railgun, something, right? But oh, there we go, cadmium. So we only need one more drop of cadmium and we're done here. And I think I will pick up zirconium, because I think I need a few. But yeah, if you can actually afford to fit one scramble spectrum burster, I would do it. I think it's worth it. No, he's like Lego Batman. He's always good. It's first try. Okay, sounds useful. Are there any downsides, reduced damage or something? Well, a small turret won't do any damage worth mentioning to begin with, so it's... Again, it's not really worth mentioning the effect. As I said, I wouldn't use it on my large weapons, I wouldn't use it on anything else, if, like... Unless you have, like, one slot on your ship that you don't really know what to do with, right? But it does work against NPCs, and it does really work really well against players in combat, so... I think it's reasonable, too. 1 second. Can we see the star, by the way? Oh, there we go. It's quite pretty. Okay, so we need one more cadmium drop, and that's it. That's gonna be us. We're going to be able to upgrade our thrusters. We're gonna give Palin a visit and see what sort of results we can get for the thrust. Whoa. Okay, I guess we're going sideways. Oh, pony. There we go. That the rock? I think it is. Oh, that's plenty of cad. That's plenty of all the good stuff. Yeah, we're done. As simple as that. 3.3% chance to get cadmium, and we got it every single time. Hip hip hooray. So, recall ship. Zirconium is good for AFMC resupply, yeah, and also for a few modifications that I don't remember off the top of my head. I had to leave, but I'm back. Did he give any suggestions for a Cobra Mark III multi-crew build yet? I did mention it. I said it's not worth doing. You can have a mate for like an extra pip, but it's better to focus on damage weapons because in multi-crew you're only able to use, or should I say, if you want your gunner to use weapons, right? The only reasonable thing to do is sort of fit like maybe beam turrets or something like that, but then you lose just so much damage. I don't think it's worth it, especially on a small ship like Cobra. I would just go for pure damage like multi-cannons, enforcer cannons. If you're good with fixed weapons, yeah, get a few enforcer cannons, get a few fixed multi-cannons. You can actually do some really serious damage to large ships. Like you can take anacondas down and stuff, but see the boarding point, okay. Oh, I kind of like this opening. Like on the Asp Explorer, you would always get hit on the wings or whatever it was. Like here, it's just like a... Wow, this is really comfortable too. No sexual innuendos, please. Hold on a second. I think I spoke too soon. Why am I stuck? I think there's something wrong with the terrain there. Kinda had to force myself in there. Not something you want to say in a courtroom. Okay, that's enough of that. So Palin, actually the good news is that Maya is somewhere really close here. That's the plea. Can I even eyeball it? Probably here somewhere, right? So it's kind of good that we decided to come here in the end because yeah, Maya is right there. So we can just visit Palin and get our thrusters upgraded. Good stuff. I wonder if the capital ship is still there. Okay, all in all efficient. I mean, we did waste some time finding those pharmaceutical isolators, but it was like, what, 15 minutes? I mean, wasn't that bad. And for cadmium, that was pretty much instantaneous, so we didn't spend a lot of time doing it. And in return, we get a bunch of rolls for our dirty drives. So we can actually try to get a really good result. But all in all, I guess the small kind of problematic thing is the refuel time. It's noticeably slower than on the Asp Explorer. But apart from that, I'm really enjoying the DBX now. And I do think that I will be using it over. Also, I have to remember to sell my data if Balin buys it. I don't remember. Yeah, I think Multi is fat. They thought at us to fill a season pass patch. I mean, 3 ship Wings of Friends is going to destroy a 1 ship 3 crew any day of the week. That extra pip is not gonna do anything really worth loss of a whole ship, unless I am missing something. Yes, it is. Will you be participating the event on the 29th? I don't know, man. I'm currently my company is doing a very important project for us, so it really depends. Will I have to work that day or not? I was supposed to, like, I'm still working this week, right? I was able to squeeze a few hours yesterday, and I kind of got the hype for streaming again, so I really wanted to do it today. Kind of, like yesterday's stream was really fun, and I kind of, before going to sleep, I thought to myself, man, I should really do one tomorrow as well. But it's a busy time for me now, but we will see. If I have time to play on the 29th, I will probably participate. Maybe we'll even give our healing corvette a bash. Who knows? We'll see. And Cruel, yeah, man, I kind of sympathize with what you said there because I'm really confused that they do not allow for people to wing up if you have crewmates on board the ship. And we kind of talked about that yesterday. It's like, oh, can you imagine, like, if two people are controlling the ship launch fighters, what kind of disaster would that be? I don't think that would be a disaster. That would like add another layer of gameplay. Like, people would have to sort of decide what sort of ship launch fighters they want to have. Do they want to have like damaged bombers, like something like, you know, fast moving Imperial ships with heat sinks and fixed beam lasers to do as much damage as possible, right? Or do they want to fly something like Taipans with gimbaled pulse lasers and chaffs so they can actually shoot down, you know, enemy SLFs and do a little bit of damage to the motherships, but keep the air superiority, right? Because both techniques are viable. Actually, we've seen that done in other games, like for example World of Warships, aircraft carrier mechanic, right? It works exactly in the same way. So I do not see why they would add such a restriction. I think that's ridiculous. I wasn't even aware that it's gonna be the case, so it really surprised me yesterday, but that is ridiculous. I think they need to change that immediately. And I also think that they should give people more financial rewards for participating in on board, like being a crew member on a ship, right? Because we did test out with a friend of mine when the multi-crew went live, and she was like maybe like mastering combat, maybe even less, right? And I like in maybe an hour I got something like 3-4 million, right? And she got something like 70,000, 80,000. So it was a complete waste of time for her. She was like, I'm never gonna do this again until I'm higher rank. And I can sympathize with that. I mean, why would you waste your time doing that? And I think that's a missed opportunity because people, especially when they join their game, the game like this, which is that can't really see it. Is that a capital ship? I think it is. I kind of want to do a flyby. Although I'm hostile here, so let's not risk it. It is the capital ship, and it is pretty, but I don't think I'm gonna mess with it. Well, I'll mess with it after I dock, right? Request docking. So yeah, as I was saying, I think it's a missed opportunity because for players who are joining this complicated game to play with their friends, it could be like a nice sort of ticket into understanding the game, into getting more rewards from it, right? Because like, you know, like after playing for a few months on your friendship, you could then go on forums and say, oh, I served on this ship, like, and especially now that we can name these ships, right? You can say that like I can imagine like a professional captain who always, you know, his profession is only like training recruits and training rookies and stuff like that. And you can, you know, share war stories of how you served on that ship and how you made your money or enough cash to buy your anaconda and stuff like that, right? So I don't know. I think it's a missed social opportunity as well as a, you know, as an actual reward opportunity. But maybe that's just me. Who knows? Wardus, SDC, and others will try to assassinate Sol. Of course they will, because they need attention. I see it as open season on griefers. Many more of us than them. Maybe, yeah. My fighter crew get a cut of what I have and do nothing, so players should get money from the missions that I do. Yeah, man, from what we tested, it was a complete waste of time. Like my friend, she got something, as I said, like I don't think she got over 100,000, where I got maybe a couple of million in the same time. It was just like she could have been in a Sidewinder or a Cobra, just shooting a few times at the ships that I'm shooting, right? And upon destruction, she would have gotten, you know, almost like the full amount. So it was pointless for her to be inside the ship and not in her own ship. So dirty drives. Ooh, we have a few tries here. So let us see if we can get a decent result. Okay. It's already reasonable. I think we're good on power as we are. Ooh. It's actually pretty good. Thermal load is a bit off, but that's actually decent. Let's take it. I'm gonna roll a few more times just to see if I maybe get like a god roll or something. Not that I think that was a brilliant result as it was. I guess we can sort of save up on cracked industrial firmware, right? I'll maybe roll a few more times, but holy shit, that was a good result. Okay. Ooh, is that even better? No, yes, no? Kinda? I think that's slightly better. The optimal mass is decent for jump. It's like 3%, like... I don't think it's exactly -1% for the optimal multiplier. I think we were like at what? 130 point something something? It wasn't 0.1. Sorry, it wasn't 131, it was just 130 something, right? I'm gonna take this. Let's try maybe one more time. We're so lucky so far. Holy shit, seriously? If we get like a multiplier buff now, it's gonna be crazy. Although optimal mass is way off the... way down there. Well, holy shit, +3. Wow! Oh my gosh, did we take this? Our boost speed is going to be crazy. Do we take this? Optimal mass could be better, but it's like, like maybe, well, what it's gonna do, like maybe like half a light year jump range? But 135 multiplier is going to make the ship quite zippy. I think I'm gonna take it. Let's take it. Okay, so 3 rolls and each one was better than the previous one. So thank you, Palin. He's like winking at me like, gotcha, bro. Okay. First, let's go mess with Let's get, actually, hold on a second. I always wanted to try, does this work? So if you launched, but you didn't want to launch, what you can do is you can log out and log back in again, and technically you should be still on the ground. It works with big stations. Let's see if it works with Planetary, with Planet Station. It does. So if, for example, you launched accidentally where you didn't, you can actually cancel your launch by relogging. Just want to say I love all your videos. I'm on Xbox One. Ah, thank you, Deranged. I love that you love my videos, man. I appreciate every single fan I get. Ooh, sell. Okay, so we can actually sell these things here. And we can go mess with Perseus. Because this is a small ship. I think I know what I'm gonna do with it. Balin almost looks like Steven Seagal. I was about to say, dude. I was about to say, that guy looks like Seagal now. What the fuck? Steven Seagal before he was deputized, right? Before he got fucking fat and sold out to a World of Warships. Man. When your favorite actors need to get that check, it's just so embarrassing. It's not as bad as Arnold Schwarzenegger selling out to fucking... what is it called? Mobile Strike? What was that game called? Stupid fucking thing. Stern Lights, there we go. Okay, so we are quite fast, I can tell. Although, I'm wondering now, I do think that this is slower than the Asp Explorer to boost. I wonder what would that really mean. It's not that important, I guess, since we're not gonna do any smuggling with it. Oh yeah, but this thing is small. Not a lot of ships can do this. Oh, they're angry at me, but look, I'm a baby. Protect me, mother. Holy shit, I actually can't turn, I'm stuck. Can I make a turn? Oh, I can. Man, the ship is small. Watch this. The capital ship is pregnant with me. This is what being inside your pregnant mother feels like. Holy shit, what is happening? No, it's an earthquake. Oh, what just happened? The game just glitched out. Hold on, what is happening here? Wait a second. No, stop it. The camera is all fucked up as well. Signal lost. What are we doing here? No, why is this happening? That is so weird. Okay. Let's see if we can actually find ourselves that... before the camera would allow to... Oh my gosh. I don't... Okay, I don't think this is gonna work now. But presets kind of still work, so... That's us. Okay, let's see if we're permanently... We are stuck now, what the fuck? Oh, maybe it's the landing gear. Oh, I think it was the landing gear that was stuck. And the system authorities really did not like that. There is a guy, FNS Dagger, who really wants me dead now. For messing with Mothership. What do we do? What is our plan here? Do we just peace out? I guess so. Let's see. So, what is our plan now? So, Arnold Hub, get it? Right, so I guess we just go back to home base now. Unless I can actually plan my next course. Dr. House is not amused. He's like, the fuck is happening? This Vicodin shit is really kicking in. Let me just check in Ara really quickly what I want to do next. What do I want to do next? So we just upgraded our thrusters and we did upgrade our power plant. So maybe laser for long range. There actually on the utility ship you don't need to upgrade that much things. So I think either shield generator or I guess shield. Let's do shield generator. Reinforced shields. And we need arsenic, conductive polymers, improvised components. Let's see how much of those we have. Conductive? Oh my gosh. Seriously? No conductive components? What the? Oh, not shit. Conductive polymers, sorry. Oh, plenty of these. Perfect. Conductive polymers, arsenic. Okay, so we will need some arsenic, and we may need some improvised components. Oh no, we have plenty. So, happy days. We just need arsenic, and then we need to visit, what's his face? Lei Chung. And we're good. So, off we go to find some arsenic. What's that? With the ship ID, I can only use 5 and not 6 of the slots. Do you know anything about it? Not really. Go to see Space Melons. Head it out. Have a good one, guys. Hey, Chris, thanks for joining. I'll see you next time. Hey, massive morning all. Morning? It's 3 a.m. At least where I am at. But morning to you, Robert. How are you, friend? Okay. Creedmoor. New friend. Man, this is an interesting situation because I'm kind of trying to figure out my next plot, which is getting some arsenic, which is another fucking side, another side of the galaxy. But that's okay. We are in a fast ship, so that's gonna be like 10 gems, not too bad. And also, we sort of need to make... we sort of need to give ourselves birth without getting destroyed here. And I think that object will be obstructed there, so before we actually leave the safety of the womb here, we need to unlock the destination. Okay. Let's use our new thrusters to get the fuck out. Whoa, doggy. Those are powerful lasers. Oh my god. Oh! Okay. 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 No, 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 no. Okay, goodbye. Jesus. Shit, okay, we have to cancel because we're gonna burn up. Don't have heat sinks on this thing. Man, that was that was close, wasn't it? But we did. Holy shit! I was about to say we did make our escape, but clearly not. Peace the fuck out. Wow. What was that all about? Well, if you just joined late, try to scroll the player back maybe about 5 minutes. We were kind of messing with the capital ship there. Like, we kind of went inside the capital ship, and I don't think he was very happy to be pregnant with us. Oh man, the things we do on this channel is sometimes... Okay, so we're good now. Just need to get some arsenic and we will be able to upgrade our shields, which is the good part. It's actually good because I needed to get arsenic because I sort of want to redo a few of my shields on a few of my ships. I want to redo the shield on the cutter, on the corvette, on the Python, like with the new statistics that we've done for PvP in particular. Reinforced shields seem to be doing better, thermal resistant shields. So a few of my very PvP focused ships I'm gonna redo slightly. But that means we need a bunch of arsenic, so I guess this is sort of on our way there. Man, that shield popped quickly. Even though we... Oh, that's biweaves. Why do I have biweaves? I thought I had prismatics. Ola, long time no see. Glad you're back. Says Ingvar C. Hey man, I remember you. I remember trying and failing to spell your name last time. Good to see you again, friend. 3 AM, where do you live? South Pacific. Did I say 3 AM? It's not 3 AM, it's 3 PM, sorry. I live in Ireland. Well, in my defense, we don't really count time by AM, PM. We have the military time all the time, so... I mean, give me some credits for knowing how AM and PM works, right? I know I failed it, but... No man, you can see the time pretty much there. It's just one. For me, it's like 1 hour forwards. So it's 3 PM. Or should I say 1 hour on top of game time? Gotcha. Yeah, Jerome, man, I think it was the heat of the action that made me say AM. Okay. Did anyone catch a glimpse of how fast we were boosting there? I think it was reasonably fast, but I don't think it was the ASP's, 500 meters per second kind of boost. 1400 Zulu, it's actually 1500 in Ireland. Okay, so let me think. So I'm actually debating at the moment, should I use my prismatic shields or should I use my bi-weave shields on this particular machine? Because for base rating, it's kind of good to have bi-weaves, but for situations like that where you just need to piece out as quickly as possible, it's better to have uh, prismatic shields. Although these the shields and the boosters are not upgraded, so if they were upgraded, the shield would have probably lasted way longer there. But I do feel like maybe I should actually equip prismatics. In the long run, should be better. Hey, you almost got it last time. No small feat, I might say. By the way, I was running DBX as an all-round ship before it got vanilla, even though on going to explore with it. I didn't like it that much before, but I really like it now. It's like after the nice buffs that it got, and the fact that it can also carry like 2 planetary bays, I think it's the perfect utility ship. The only real downside is the fueling time. I mean, if you use the asps for a while, you will be spoiled for almost like instantaneous refuel. As you can see, this thing is taking some time, although on the plus side, it does not seem to heat up quickly when near a huge star, right? So as you can see, our temperature is almost stable and we're pretty much touching the star, right? For example, a Federal assault ship at this point would have like 300 degrees of heat. But I don't know. The refueling time is kinda but everything else seems to be better on the DBX than on the Asp Explorer. And I kinda like it. I really do. Hi Massive, hi Black Wolf, how are you, friend? Man, that is pretty. Also, does anyone notice that stars look a little bit different after the patch? They seem to be a little bit more glowy. Like you can't really, like almost if they added like another layer of bloom or something, or glow. The struggle is real. Struggle for what, my friend? What are you struggling against? Tell us all your problems so we can sort of empathize with you. Let me just check for how long the stream is running so far. Almost hour and a half. I think I want to cut out at about 2 hours. I kind of want to experiment with it because, like, I've seen that during the last stream, or should I say after the last stream was uploaded, a lot of you guys actually either went back to rewatch it, or a lot of new subscribers and new viewers watched it. So I got quite a decent amount of views on them, and I think it's one of the reasons is that because it's not like a huge 6-hour video like I'm famous for doing in the past, right? So I'm thinking if that it may be better for me to do, these 2 hour, maybe 1 hour and a half, maybe 3 hour streams, maybe more frequently, like even daily or maybe every second day, and maybe it would be more efficient and better for the channel and better for you guys and better for me. Who knows? I kind of like playing this game, so when I get into it, like, it's hard for me to stop. Like, I will easily play for like 6 hours straight. It's just that's how much I love the game, and that's how much I love talking to you guys. Man, the stars absolutely look different. I've noticed something, and I've noticed that before, and what the fuck is happening with the textures though? Holy shit, game. Seriously? The fuck? Are we okay now? Is that steady now? The sun was freaking, the star was freaking out there. I think 2 hours is great time to use. I think so as well. Like I'm gonna try and see. Maybe if you guys like it, if you guys prefer it, maybe I will be able to do these more frequently. Because for me, when I start doing stuff, I can't stop doing it until like it's perfect. Like even those, you know, small 5 minute, 6 minute just a tip videos usually take me like 3-4 hours to do. And it's a very busy time for my company at the moment. It's just I'm not hiding, I'm not disappearing, I'm not dead. I still really want to do YouTube, and I still really want to play Elite Dangerous. Is that my main thing at the moment is that I don't really work for anybody. I work for myself only. So when my company gets a project, we need to attend to it. Otherwise, you know, bills and taxes and all that jazz. All that bad stuff. I'm still trying to come in terms with this refueling. I don't think it takes too long. And you sort of do more, you cover more ground than you would with Asp Explorer, so I'm not sure which is faster actually. You only get lower res texture at first on the stars. Rusty Dog started doing 5-6 hours and I could not watch them. I'm not really sure about Rusty Dog. Like I used to watch his streams. For me, like I always wanted to tell him, you know, just up the voice on your microphone, for fuck's sake, I can't hear you. That was pretty much the only problem with his channel. But anything but that, I kind of liked. You know, it was a very sort of mellow. Like if you just want to chill, his streams are fine to watch. Obviously, we can't refuel here, but we do have plenty of fuel to reach our next destination. Wait, is that it? Oh, that is it. Oh shit, I'm an idiot. It's not you. Something they did after the update. The first few seconds after you jump into a star looks like crap. Then it reverts back to the way it looked before the update. Huh. I don't know if you know this, but while in hyper jump, look down at your character. It's not there. Really? I'll have to... Seriously? I kinda wanna do it now. I'll do it later. I have to remember that. I like 343 on Scoop. Blah 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 blah. I'm telling you guys, DBX is great now. You should totally give it a chance. I'm gonna give it a fair chance. Although Asp is considerably faster on the boost, like, let me just do something really quickly, because we were kind of running away from the Angry Capital ship then, so I didn't really have time to test the speed. But I think my Asp Explorer can boost to something like 500, and This is not 500. This is as fast as my I think my cutter boosts faster. Yeah, it definitely does actually. I think my cutter is like 466 or something. So it's about 50 meters per second slower than the Asp Explorer. I'm not really sure how to feel about that, but I don't know. Maybe it has to do something with compartments, because I didn't. Although actually my Asp Explorer was also fully loaded. Yo, Massive D, fine to see your face. That belongs to the voice. Great videos, man. You made engineering so easy for us casual players. I got my ships all engineered up in less than 2 weeks. Fantastic, bro. I always told people that engineering is not that hard. It doesn't take that long. It's not that scary, you know, just do it. Just like Nike says, just do it. And personally as well, for me, like, it takes maybe a day, 2 days to fully engineer a ship at this time, when you sort of have all the information available. So I'm very happy that my videos helped you, and I'm very happy that you only had to spend, just a few weeks to get your ships fully modified. That was kind of always the reason for this channel. Slightly faster than my grade 3 Python. Can you see char in which space? I usually check throttle and see me. I will check. Remind me to check when I'm jumping out of this place. I'm pretty sure I will forget it, but if I don't... now that I think about it, why did I go and get this in the legitimate way? Why don't I just go and do some cheatsy doodles? It's not that far off. Let's go there. 2 jumps. Ha! Let's go to a rare, guys. There's plenty of arsenic there. I have my adder halfway to Sagittarius. Interesting that ever since I left the bubble, I am constantly hit with nice screenshot opportunities, so my screenshot folder is really swelling. Which space? Oh my gosh, I'm invisible! What? Oh my gosh, I think I've been abducted by aliens, like, right now. I'm no longer here. Whoa, there we go. Holy shit. That space Vicodin is really kicking in, guys. Okay, so whoever's... you were right, Andiotis? Man, that's quite a bug there. Hope I'm not the only one with this bug. Nah, man, we are... That was the scariest thing I ever seen in gaming history. It seems to be only with certain ships that the player is invisible. My player was visible in my ass, but invisible in my clipper. Clearly invisible in the thing. I think they nerfed the crash ship, Matt's farming. You see, a lot of people told me that they would, but I have at least 3 comments on that video of mine that people said, actually from today, they said, oh, I've been there just now, it works perfectly, So might as well go and check it ourselves, right? Points of interest. Hold on a second. System. Wait a second. Which planet was it? I keep forgetting. Was it 2B? I actually don't remember. I think it was 2B. If not, I think we should be. They're not that far away from each other, so I think it was 2. Was it 2B? I don't remember. I guess we'll find out. Think I saw char in Python 2.3. I just never actually looked down, but now I will look down every time. Because that shit was scary as fuck. How much arsenic do I want? I wonder. Maybe a good chunk. I think I'll farm for about 30 minutes and then I will call it a day for today. And we will continue where we left tomorrow. I'm gonna try to do streaming more frequently but less of it. No more those 6-hour streams, just cut down to some reasonable amounts. As I said, I think 2 hours is a good place. There we go, crash ship. So it was 2B. Okay, thank you memory for not sucking so badly. Oh, what is that? It almost looks like a... Hold on a second, I need to investigate. What is that? What is the... What are the rings? Oh, I see, there's a planet there. I thought, like, what the fuck? I thought... That almost looked like rings orbiting a black hole. Holy shit, that was... Wouldn't that be interesting? Unfortunately, it's just nothing. Sorry. Uh, High Commander... hold on a second. What does that say? 07D and greets to all. Oh, I see. We did some typos there. Hi, Andy K. How are you, man? I do remember you from times long ago. Glad to see you back on my channel watching my stuff. Too bad I already sold my Python for Conda. I need to test Hyperjump with other ships, perhaps. Yeah, there is some. That is quite a visual bug there. I ain't never seen that. This is such a weird system. Like, is that... these planets... Oh, what? How does that work? Are they like orbiting each other or something? I don't know. Who knows? Let us check the crashed Anaconda. Trying my best not to overshoot. Come on, baby, come on. There we go. I went to a rare TB, got killed by pirates, need to go back. First world space problem. Yeah. Problems. I guess I'll farm maybe for 20 minutes and then we will go and collect, what do you call it? Collect a shield upgrade. Or I could even do even better than that. Maybe just get a few of the arsenic drops. Go. Is this place permanently in the darkness? I don't remember actually ever landing here that was not dark. Or yeah, I think I'm gonna make it more interesting for you guys. I will just I think I'll just get a few of arsenic drops and just go get the upgrade instead. I think this place is permanently dark, so it just could be creepy like that. Cue up the X-Files theme song. Really do not want to crash into this fucking thing. Alright, let's try landing. Let's try using radar instead of visual, because there's no visuals here. Holy shit, seriously? Wow. All of a sudden, canyon. Well, that could have been much worse, so... Right, so at least we now have the terrain map, so we don't need to use the non-existing visual aids. Whoa, shit! God damn it! This is not as easy as it may look. Especially when the terrain is sort of behind our ship, so it's like they're kind of obscuring where I really need to go. Come on. Okay, I think we should be out in the clear now. God, it's really dedicated on being as dark as possible, isn't it? Right, let's see if we can land here somewhere. I think we want to land like here, right? Of course. Whew, okay. We did it. You got headlamps, you know. They were actually on. Weren't they? I think they were on. I'm pretty sure I turned them on, didn't I? Well, I guess not. Or did I? It's not. Right. Back to dip beam, full beam. There we go. Now, the ship. Destination, ship. If I remember correctly, the canisters are... ooh, right there. Come on. Didn't they buff the chassis integrity? There we go. And... hold on a second, I think I actually do need tellurium. No, I don't. And I don't need tungsten. But arsenic, yeah, sure. So one is there, and the other one is there, I think. Need to memorize the path again. There we go. Okay, nothing. Nothing this time. I find it very twitchy on landing. Landing on the dark side of planet is always bad time for me. You make it look easy compared to how much I crash. I gotta farm this as soon as I get FGS. It's not hard to land on planets in the dark side if you use your radar, right? So deploy your landing gear, get as close to the ground so the radar appears, right? And it's sort of like as seeing then, just don't look out the window, look into your radar. Although in that particular scenario, in my defense, is the way that canyon is shaped, right? And where my ship was positioned, like we had this wall sort of the canyon surface. Or the ridge of the canyon, sort of obscuring my view. I mean, I'm clearly just making excuses for my terrible driving, but, you know, it's my story. I'll stick with it. Oh, this place is always ghostly when you load in, like, fucking things like just moving on their own. Like, it's the only explanation is ghosts and Illuminati, right? So, no arsenic. Come on. Hold on a second. I will collect this antimony, but Okay. This antimony. I don't even think that the arsenic actually spawns here. Now that I'm thinking it, I was uh-huh. Oopsie. I was confusing it with antimony, although getting some antimony is fine. And I guess verifying on the stream that this method still works is also fine, but technically we don't need to be here because I need arsenic, not antimony. Whoopsie. Off to play. KF2 now, mate. Enjoy your stream. Just sub to your channel, so perhaps see you later in the comments. Yeah, thank you for subscribing. I'll see you later. Am I at Aurier? Yes, I am, and it still works just fine. I want to meet the dev that put 1950s woo UFO sounds into the SRV radar. Well, I found a pretty good planet for farming arsenic. It's about 3,000 light years away from the Cubeo and got 9 arsenic in 20 minutes. Is he in Aurier? Yes, I actually have a very good place for arsenic as well. Funny enough, I was just there. Although at the time when I was there, I was kind of thinking, man, I'm very close to Aurier. I really should go and check it, and I think that I can get arsenic there. But I mean, I was clearly mistaken. We don't get arsenic here. We get antimony, but on the bright side of things, I did need some antimony because I was completely out, so this is not a total loss. I guess we at least confirm that it still works, but I will collect this rack and I'll go back into my ship and go back and get some arsenic. I don't need much of it, just a few hits, maybe 2-3 hits, so it shouldn't take too long. Okay, that's it. So let's get the fuck out of here. This place still works. Confirmed. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Whoa, doggy. Man, I really like the entrance into the DBX. It's so less obscure than the Asp Explorer. Have you seen the new Lifeform pumpkin video? No, what's a pumpkin? I'm gonna have to go and check it after the stream. What's a pumpkin? Can you describe it to me, please? Right, so we are going San Fran. No, an old song, nobody remembers it. Arsenic. There we go. Right above us, perfect. Hello, Las. How are you, man? Las Colvisto? I hope I'm pronouncing your name well. Welcome to the stream. We're actually about to finish. We have about 30 minutes left. I'm kind of trying to cut down on my streaming times and try to do streaming more often. I know I like to do. Is the Halloween vegetable people carve faces into? Well, I know what a pumpkin is, right? But what is... like, Leslie said... Come on, shut up. Leslie said, have you seen the new life form pumpkin? So I assume there's some sort of a new life form in Elite Dangerous. That's what I was meaning, not what a pumpkin is. Obviously not what a pumpkin is. It's a whole field of spherical vegetables, but the size of the DBX. Wow. What the fuck? Those were the space melons I was talking about. They're located in Mahon Research Center outside the California Nebula. Okay. I will have to go and see the video. The alien grows. It's clearly lupus. Hold on a second, I know what to do. It's lupus, you guys. Man, that will never get old. Okay, so back to our planet and get some arsenic. We should get some quickly. And before we close the stream, I think I will be able to get my upgraded shields. Commander Isox just put up a video. It's never lupus. Oh man. Commander Eye sucks. I don't know that dude, but I will look. I will look for his video specifically, just because you recommend it. How about that? Man, things are pretty. Space melons. You know, you could have you could describe something else as space melons. You know that, right? Like, Captain James Kirk is quite fond of space melons. You know. Well, at least they didn't mess with the letter physics. Although, how does that work? Like, why? He should not wiggle in space like that. Like, where are they getting the centrifugal force from? I don't know. I don't know how that works actually. Space balls. I'm calling it here and now. The brain trees, melons, and barnacles are all parts to an alien ship. I think they are different alien technologies. Although, would you recommend reinforced class H shields for the cutter or thermal resistant massive D? I'm getting reinforced for my cutter because I want my cutter to be a PvP monster. So if you want your ship for PvP, get reinforced. For PvE, it's still good to get thermal resistance. It's definitely not bad. Although I think you will need to also do your shield boosters a little bit differently, right? So you will want, instead of having 2 resistance augmented shield boosters, you will want 1, and you will want 1 is Sockix. Okay, sorry. Actually, bobbleheads would work like that in space. Really? Why? What would be the science for that? Because like I'm moving. Okay, this is. Let me just try to visualize it. So I'm moving the ship, and they are tilting backwards. So it's clearly there's centrifugal force in play. But where is it generated from? Is it from the air? Or is it just I think you're right, actually. I think you're right. Actually, I don't think it would require gravity because these things are on. First of all, these things are on springs, right? They have energy stored in the springs, right? And if you like try to eliminate the ship entirely out of the context. Just imagine like a ball with some springs and other balls. Hold on a sec. Although, if you would turn that. It depends. Actually, no, I don't think it would work like that. I don't think that it would actually work. I'm calling it now. I think that's bullshit. Because in space, those would just turn. There's no gravity and there's no centrifugal force, so they would just turn at the same time, right? If you would turn it in not in vacuum, like let's say in a place there is no gravity but air. It would get held down by air, right? Friction, right? No, I don't think that would work like that in space. Okay, who let him have a spaceship? It's like a pendulum. I think you need air. Yeah, but would a pendulum work in space? I don't think it would work in space. You would need to push it, and then it would just... I don't think a pendulum would work in space, by the way. Because pendulum requires gravity to even work. Obviously, it requires force, but the driving force mainly is gravity, right? No, it would work like that. Trust Stark and okay. I'm calling it bullshit. This should not work like this without air or gravity or both. They are on springs, that's one force that holds them in space. Gravity is no factor in space in that movement. If inside or out won't matter. Your engines do inertia, and that is there without gravity. But engines. It's basically you know when they say every action requires equal and opposite reaction. That's what happens, right? Your engines push on your ship, and your ship pushes on your engines. So actually, that word like that's why engines can work. It's like the particles leaving, like fuel being exhausted and particles leaving the engine. They push off the ship, and ship pushes off them, right? And it makes the ship go forwards. But I still don't understand how that would make the springs move. I don't think that's correct. Unless there's like some sort of like artificial gravity generated on the ships, and obviously there should be air. There's air inside it, right? So maybe. Although I don't know. If somebody would make a calculations, I think they would figure out that the springs would have to be very loose to do that. Like I don't think they would be able to hold the letters upwards and still feel the changes like they do now. Okay, deploy. You have pressured cabin, so there's your air. I understand that there is air, but I think the springs would have to be more sensitive. Imagine a car massively accelerating, it pushes you back, and don't tell me gravity suddenly changes. Yeah, but you're driving on a planet that has gravity. And car moves due to different factors. First of all, there's friction, right? And hold on a second. So I mean, the car moves specifically because of torque and friction. Like spaceships move for different reasons. They move because, as I said, particles, like fuel is being burned, and particles come out of the out of the engine. And it's the same thing as firing a gun, right? You get recoil because you push on the bullet, and bullet pushes on you, right? It's not like the energy is only displayed into one side. It's the recoil is also like the equal and opposite reaction, right? So engines work the same way. It's just they need to use a lot of fuel to generate velocity, but once you leave the gravity, and especially in space, it gets easier. But I still don't think... it's still hard for me to imagine the physics that would allow the springs to move like that in space. Get some arsenic. Yeah. Air is in the ship anyway, there is, but I'm even thinking like in space the air is not necessarily like air doesn't really work the same way as on gravity as well. Like I think it's like if the ship turns, the air turns with it, right? And if the springs are inside it, they would also turn with it. I think not only the air would not make them move like that. I think the air would also act sort of like a cushion, which means the letters would be even more harder to move. Who knows? I'm just like I like theoretical physics. I'm not that good at actually doing equations. If somebody wants to do an equation, I would like to see the results. When you move, you take G's. Thrust is attached to the spring. Mm-hmm. Well, it's okay. So when a ship... hold on a second. Oh. Okay, I think I figured out. Those who are saying that spring should move like that, I think you guys are correct, because I forgot one thing, that motion in space, especially in deep space, motion generates gravity, right? Yeah, you were right. You do generate G's if you apply velocity. So yeah, okay, it's fine. It's working as intended then. Whoever called it was right. I'm actually remember this now because I've recently seen a documentary with Neil deGrasse Tyson explaining something about space travel. Like you could totally like an efficient way to reach other galaxies would be like to have like a massive tank, right, and burn, like have the engines on at all times for half of the journey, right, which would generate gravity, so people could actually walk around the ship as if they're walking on Earth, right? And for the second part of the journey, to turn the ship around and decelerate the entire time. So that would also generate gravity, just in a different way, or should I say, in a different direction, right? Well, it would be the same direction for the ship, just overall. So if you apply the same logic to the springs, then it means that they are moving correctly. Yeah. Interesting. I never thought of it like that before. I thought it was just like... was there, saw it. So, really want some arsenic. Let's see if we can get it. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do, but... yay, recovery. I'm still thinking about the scenario, like... if the ship moves that way... Yeah, I think it's correct. I do feel like it's correct now. So basically need maybe one, maybe two hits of arsenic and we will be done here. I will be able to go back and modify the ship in the way that I wanted. And for the next module I think we'll come back tomorrow. Maybe later tonight. Maybe. I don't think I will have much to do later on in the evening. I do have to work some after I'm done with this. Need to do some graphic designs and stuff, but who knows, maybe later on in the evening I may come back for like another hour or 2 hour. There we go, some arsenic, so that is great news. So either this is fine, I can take about 3 tries, which is probably fine to get the result that I want, but just to be sure, let's get one more and we should be okay. Should be okay. Although I do think this is a bit too bright for me. Do this. Oh, arsenic. Thank you, game. Wow, why is this so bluish? Hold on a second. Do we get light from that nebula? Seriously? Oh wait, what? What just happened? What? The lighting was completely different. It kind of looked like the lighting from that nebula, but it just changed completely. What the fuck? Did you guys see that, or was it just on my end? Oh man, I hope I'm not going crazy on live TV. Okay, so do we want more arson? Nah, 6 should be okay. I'll get some later on if I need to. That should totally be okay. So let us call down our DBX. Call ship. And get the hell out of here. So we're gonna go visit Lei Cheng and get our... Oh, actually no, we need to make a detour back to... Although I still don't know which shields should I use. Like, I'm not really... Still, I'm not sure, do I want to use prismatic shields or do I want to use... I want to use the biweaves. The biweaves are actually quite good for planet trading because... sorry, not planet trading, outpost trading, because you do need to heal up from turret fire from time to time, and I think biweave should be enough to tank it. And they do regenerate very, very fast, so you don't need to like carry around shield cell banks. But there is some merits of using prismatics as well. It's better like running away from pirates and interdictions and stuff. I guess I have a few minutes until I travel back to Jameson to sort of figure out what I want to do. I guess I could get both. That would also be interesting. Like, I could totally go there and get I should probably go there and get the prismatics delivered. And upgrade both. Oh my god. What? Excuse me? How am I supposed to... Like, seriously? Like, you couldn't have found a better place to... Oh my gosh. Let's do something else. Dismiss ship. And self-destruct. There's more than one way to skin the cat. And I won't be needing my SR. I do have a secondary, but I won't be needing this one for now. Holy shit, so the chat has been frozen for a while. Let me just go back and listen and read through your comments. Holy shit. Newton's laws, thank you, that's what I wanted to explain. And the object wants to keep going to the original direction until the spring pulls them back. Spaceships move because there's no friction to slow them down. That's why satellites travel so far and fast. They never lose speed, only gain speed, which is why we can't control where they go 100%. Yeah, momentum, you don't need a planet. It's not about air. Air is just a resistance mass. Yeah, you guys were right about this. Or him being childish. Read the chat back. I was the first one to say it works like this in space, but never mind. Ellie, there's nothing childish about discussing the motion of bobbleheads on a spaceship, Lamao. That's correct. Fargoid's lives matter. Don't worry, that just was the shadow of Fargoid ship above you, bloody hell. No, I meant I was childish for saying that. For keep biweaves, they work better on the small craft, especially prismatic. Use a lot of power mass. I don't mind the power. I have the biggest possible power plant fully upgraded, but there is some merit of use. Oh, Shinrart is just right there. Huh. Although that's not really where I want to go. I think I will upgrade both. Let's do both, and we can test it later. Nears. I was looking at the chat being silent there, and I didn't realize that the chat was just frozen on my end, so I had to restart and reread what you guys said. So, Lei Cheng, wow, what happened to Lei Cheng? He has a new haircut, very stylish. Have they all changed? I know. Wow, what a bunch of chodes. Well, I guess Professor Palin got the looks of Steven Seagal, but everyone else looks like weirdos. So how far is this? A reasonable distance, not too far. Perfect. Man, I like the DBX, I have to say. Why is the docking computer on the Anaconda so bad? My Anaconda always starts freaking out and twitching, or misses the letterbox and crashes into the station. Yeah, man, I've stopped trusting docking computers for a long time. Like, I mean, I've used them extensively when I was doing A to B trading with my cutter, which was like about 14, 15, 17 million, about that much per hour, which is a decent profit, but there's better ways to do it now. But yeah, docking computer was very handy in that situation because cutter is just so slow and just so cumbersome, and computer did seem to handle it well. But later on, kind of like after losing my cutter a few times, I kind of, you know, said no, none of this Google self-driving car, my ship, please, nonsense. It would do weird things, like it would even stop and wait in line for so NPCs would get in, and it's like crazy stuff. Although Anaconda is an relatively easy ship to navigate with or to maneuver with, so like you don't really need a docking computer on it, do you? I don't think you need the docking computer on any ship, period. It's just that if you're doing trading, like A to B trading, right? It's like it saves time because when the computer is docking, you can change your course, you can, you know, grab yourself some water or whatnot. So it is handy in that situation. Yeah, the star texture is just freaking out. Not really sure what it's trying to do. Also, I've noticed something yesterday when I was, actually 2 days ago, when I was fighting federal agents in my Python, is that the Corona ejection textures are all fucked up as well. Like, you turn your ship and the Corona effects turn with you, and it looks really silly. Let's see where we need to go. Planets and settlements. Raiders Rest, there we go. So all in all, this was a pretty efficient stream. I'm gonna end it when we craft the shields, and I'm gonna have to remember to set the prismatic shields to arrive. But yeah, all in all, this was actually quite efficient. We didn't. I guess the USS signals was the biggest time waster. Like we spent like 20 minutes there, but everything else seemed to be available almost immediately. We didn't spend too much time on Arsenic. We actually verified the rare crash ships situation. All in all, pretty efficient, I would say. Sprites, then I see. I'm lazy to use it. I'm currently mission running to get my ranks for my cutter. It's taking so long now, though. Try Thegu. Thegu is super good for Empire ranks, and it's super good for money as well. And you don't need to do boring stuff. Well, except you or doesn't. Or hold on a second. Did somebody say it doesn't work anymore due to mission stacking? If if you can't stack missions, then like, oh well. The fun police has stopped you from leveling there, I guess. Man, did you see that planet just flipped the fuck out as well? What is wrong with the textures? Although those river-looking things, are they new? I don't actually remember. I actually remember seeing some of them, but like... Also this loading distances, what the fuck? Why is it like that? Like, running Ultra... Let's do this. Terrain view. See if that... Does that make the things look... No, they still don't load in. Like, I can see where the textures sort of stop. It's kind of weird, I guess. They did increase the amount earned per mission, but credit per hour is less. Wop wop. You have interest in streaming graphic design work. I always like learning tools and techniques. Maybe. I never really thought of it. But I could do that, I guess. That question just came out of nowhere. I will have to think about it, but I don't think I would put it on this channel. Maybe I would like open another channel, like stream when I'm drawing stuff or maybe animating stuff. But who knows? I would have to do some research if that would be interesting, you know, for the masses to see. But yeah, interesting thought, Sean. I will have to think about it, yeah. Is it Sheen or Sean? What's the correct way to pronounce it? I think it's Sean. And I always like these cities slash bases. There we go. Wow, I can't get over how differently Chung looks now. Fuck. A different man. Okay, commodity market. No, we need to go engineering. Do you use keyboard, mouse, or flight stick? I use this thing. I know I'm weird like that, but I really like it. Ooh, sensors. Ooh, surface scanners. I never really thought about upgrading these things. What's the requirement? Fast scanner. Wide angle scanner. Okay, long range scanner. Pretty much invincible is how I would put it. Improves the range of the scanner by increasing the power draw and narrowing the scanning angle. There's no better shield anywhere in the void. What? Pretty much invincible is how I would put it. Improves the range of the scanner by increasing the power draw and narrowing the scanning angle. There is no better shield anywhere in the void. What? Lei Cheng, please. What are you saying here? Forget your Biweave stuff. With this enhancement, you'll have a major advantage. Improves the range of the scanner by increasing the power draw and narrowing the scanning range. You'll need something pretty impressive to punch a hole through this. What is he saying? What the fuck? He looks like Mako with hair. Mako Rip was an actor who was in the Conan movies. Right. Right. I can see that. Hold on a second. I never really read through these, but what is the? They're all just rubbish, aren't they? Okay, like fast scanner, wide angle scanner, classified scan fragment. Okay, so I need those scan fragments or whatever. Okay, whatever. But that was just pure nonsense what he said. So Bayou actually, hold on a second. So I want to go to outfitting and order this yet 6F4 Arsenic. I think I really like the place where I've been, actually. It's really good for Arsenic. How much percentage do you get in the this yet 6? I think in my place I have something like 2.8%? 0.5 maybe? 2.5, yeah. It's pretty good for Arsenic. So, engineer workshop. Let's see what we get. Gosh, I'm an idiot. I just said I was gonna do it and still not doing it. So, stored modules. I wish they would add a filter for the modules. And background themes, prismatics, these ones, I think. Right? So transfer to the station. I'll upgrade these later myself, but for now I will just do these by views. So workshop, I guess I shouldn't use more than 3 rolls on this one, because in total we have, I guess I could have grabbed more arsenic. What helps your turret gimbal? Is it long range or wide? I would assume wide. Although I never really had any problems with, I'm running D sensors on every single ship that uses gimbal in my arsenal, and it doesn't really seem to be a problem. UCOS and generate. And turrets also seem to be normal. Mm-hmm. Okay, optimal strength is great. The resistances is okay, I guess. Okay, I'm gonna roll maybe one more time to see if we can actually get improvement on that, but for now I think it's okay. I guess it wouldn't be that. Although broken rate regeneration, that's an interesting one. Thermal resistance. Nah. Let's do one more. Okay. Okay. Man, that 31 regenerate was actually quite good. But it's fine. I guess I'll take my first discard. I'll take my first one. So let's see that's with this Bywave shield. 307 thermal resistance, non-existent. Shield, kinetic resistance. Okay. So one thermal resistance booster would be able to solve this problem. I guess we'll need to get one later on. But yeah, for now it's fine. So 307 with the bi-views. I think, although I think with the prismatics it would be something like maybe 500, maybe 550. So it's debatable which one is better. Like I guess I really have to sit down and think what I want the ship to do in particular, right? Because if I just want it for base raiding and material gathering and nothing else really, then I think Bivies would be better. Like if I want to involve it slightly in combat or do other stuff, then maybe prismatics, but I don't know. I'll have to think about it. But yeah, guys, for now, as I said, I'm gonna stop the stream. And I'm not really sure if I'll do one more today, but I'll definitely try to do one tomorrow. So thanks everyone for watching. You've been great, and I feel like this was an efficient one, and I really, really enjoyed it. See you guys tomorrow.